Hey,
How are you?
good.
Good. What did you do today on Dreambox?
We were doing math,
What exactly?
uh, multiplication,
How many lessons did you finish today?
3.
3. Did you get any? Good afternoon. I'm Laura Nelson, principal at Beacon Hill. The mentor program, the things that I've seen in activities in the building is amazing. It's actually very heartwarming to actually see mentors actually see the meeting of the children to their mentor in the hallway. You see the mentor walking down the hallway and the child sees them on the way to them, and the excitement on the face of the child to see their mentor, or seeing them walking them back to class, and kind of one of those scenes down the hallway where you see them walking away from you and they're talking to each other, or seeing them in the library reading a book together, or even we have a mentor room that they're in and they're playing games with them and having conversations. In terms of our demographics, in terms of races, we have 95% Hispanic, 2% Black, and 2% white, and then there's a variation of others. So we have 50% of our students are considered at-risk students, at risk for actually dropping out of school. So we're always cognizant of that we do have 85% of our families that live below the poverty line, which is huge. And then, of course, we have about 6% special ed students and about 7% that are gifted. So we are a very diverse school in the different kinds of kids, but in terms of the ethnicity, we're 95% Hispanic.
Este juego que estamos jugando, te voy a ganar, así es. Porque la palabra que tengo es bien facilito, porque la usamos diario. A ver, vamos a empezar. 5 letras. Español. ¿Qué letra me dices?
¿Dónde?
¿Qué letras me dio? La primera que me dio, ¿qué fue?
W.
W. No tiene W.
Tiene que ponerme.
Ah, ándale, te voy a ahorcar.
¿Es una cosa, una actividad que usted le recomienda a otra persona?
Claro que sí. Hacer mentor en su comunidad, especialmente en la escuela de Beacon Hill Academy. Los niños son muy amables y hay una necesidad en trabajar con los niños, hacer una positive role model para los niños y hablar con ellos, escucharlos y trabajar juegos con ellos.
Otros niños también necesitan mentores.
Mentors volunteer about an hour a week to spend with a student during the school year. After you've passed a background check, you'll be matched with a child who can really thrive with your personal attention.
Well, actually, mentoring pretty much does include tutoring, because a mentor can be with the child and read with them, which is a form of tutoring, or you can play a game, which is also a form of tutoring, because you can do your math skills, your literacy skills. It's also a lesson in learning to lose and learning to win, and just having a good time and being a good sport. But a tutor would be a person that just sits with a child and just all they do is work on math or reading or whatever. But a mentor brings it all together. A mentor brings the social action and the little bit of tutoring on the side. So really, it's all in one. So it's a difference.
Trying to find the name of our garden.
I didn't know we had a garden here.
Oh, look at this. Who usually does the planting here? Who waters it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, look at the butterflies.
I don't know the name of it, but I've seen them before.
You have.
Well, and you can work with them in Spanish and then help them with their English as well. And I always have those kids on a waiting list. So I really, really need to reach out to that community of people that are bilingual. We really need bilingual mentors and tutors, you know, for that matter. Anybody that can help ease that, because we have an influx of children that parents don't speak English. So I really love to put the plea out there to anybody that please, if you speak Spanish, we need you. So please, speak to somebody, speak to me, you know, whatever, or Miss Gail Rainey at the church, or any one of our current mentors. We'd love to have you in. I'm here with a wonderful friend of mine. It's become my friend over the last 5 years, and this is Miss Rainey, and I'd like for her to introduce herself and give us a little something about your background.
I'm Gail Rainey, and I am volunteering as the mentoring coordinator at University Presbyterian Church. And I ended up in that position because of a background I have in education. And I started a mentoring program at the high school, one of the places I've taught at. It was a mentoring program between the faculty and the students, and I ran that program for several years, and at that point became a huge believer in the impact of mentoring on a student, that one-on-one relationship that's different from the teacher that's in the classroom with the student. So when I came to University Presbyterian Church about 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to join the mentoring program, which had been in existence. I've been doing a little research. It had been in existence 2 or 3 years, but there were, at that point, it started with about 3 or 4 mentors, and then when I joined, there were about 10 mentors, but it was very loosely run, and I offered to organize it a little bit, and now 9 years later, I am still organizing it. Most of the mentors are from University Presbyterian, but not all of the mentors, and the church supports it through its mission budget, and that allows us to provide a lot of materials.
School supplies, uniforms.
School supplies, yes. It allows us to provide a field trip.
Field trip. Wonderful yearly field trip.
And we've been able to provide an anti-bullying program.
Oh, yes. A couple of times.
Yeah. And one year we did a large mission project over here and did some work out in the front of the school, did some landscaping. We added
our garden club area where the kids get to go and do gardening. I think y'all did something in our dinosaur dig area.
We did.
I mean, it wasn't just 1 year. Y'all have been doing stuff for us for years now. It's wonderful.
So that's what I've been doing. And personally, I have a husband who's also involved in the mentoring program. He actually is one of the few mentors we have who come from work, but he's been doing that for years. He was involved in some other mentoring programs where he was able to leave work and come. So this is not just for people who are not working.
We work around his schedule. He comes in when school starts, and right away they start mentoring. And that's, I always, if they come at lunch, whatever it takes, you know, to get the child out, it's great.
And we had 2 daughters. One of our daughters was a mentor when she was in high school. So
Didn't know that.
We have a long history with mentoring. And now we have 4 grandsons, so we use a lot of what we learn with them in our own mentoring.
Don't you still see one of the mentor kids or families from way back?
That's a whole nother story, but one of the families my daughter mentored when she was in high school had a baby at that point, and we still spend a lot of time and energy with that young woman who's now 23.
It's amazing.
So we mentor a lot in our family.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of tradition in mine too, so thank you very much.
Miss Barron, ahora me acuerdo el nombre de las mariposas.
¿Y cómo se llama?
Se llaman mariposas monarcas.
Monarca. Yaciel, it's time for us to go back to class. Ya es tiempo de regresar a clase. Y la próxima semana voy a regresar para trabajar otra vez contigo. Solo que ahorita en este momento vamos a regresar a la clase. So let's return back to class.
Oh, man. No, miss. I've enjoyed it being with you too.
I've enjoyed it too. I'm going to be back next week.
Okay.
Okay?
Yo tengo integridad.